Pep Guardiola Sekomor. Thank you very much for your time, my brother. We are having a training here. We're going to talk about that because it's very unusual, but we'll get to that. How are you feeling?
Man, I'm good. Looking forward to the game. The preparation have been going well throughout the week. I think we've covered everything that we needed to cover tactically, and then technically we've been trying by all means to increase our technical superiority, and the team looks much sharper. Yeah.
Coach, let us look. You played 21 games so far. You've won 13, drew 5 and lost 3. In your own assessment, are you happy with that? We know that it has put you in a position where you can challenge for the league, but are you happy with the overall performance so far?
Honestly, I would say I'm not quite happy with the number of draws that we got throughout the season. I think we could have done better in some of the games, but then to come back from the position that we were sitting, position 6 at some point, with 13 points difference between us and number 1, and now that we've closed the gap to 3 points, I would say with that I'm more satisfied. It showed that when we came back from December break, festive season break, we actually upped our game, which is something that I would commend these boys for.
Something interesting about your season is that you won 13 games.
Yes.
But 8 of those wins came in your last 10 games, which tells us that you finished very strong. What would you attribute that to?
I would say when we started the season, it was a bit tougher for us because we had so many injuries and we had so many matriculants, so we couldn't get most of the boys. But then from January to date, I think we've been getting everybody available. We only suffered three injuries or 4 injuries since January till now in early April. So I would say having a good pool, it's actually what drove us to get to where we are currently.
Just on that, Coach, I watched your team a couple of times, and there was a game where Tulani and that the guy with the dreadlocks who play midfield,
Vieira,
very key. But you lost them to injuries, but somehow that didn't deter your momentum. You kept going strong.
I think Tulani, one of the best attacking players that I've ever worked with. Vieira, it's a fantastic wow player. For any coach would love to have him. But missing them due to injuries, we had 17 players that were available, 17 players that were always available to keep the wheel going, and then most of them are able to play numerous positions. Unlike last season we missed about 8-9 players due to injuries and some doing matric. So the number of the players that were out actually decreased. So when it decreased, it gave us an advantage or even an opportunity to actually say we can use this player there, this one there, because most of these young boys, they are able to play a whole lot of positions because of how we train them and stuff.
Coach, there was a period, and that period started on the 30th of November until 22 January. You played 5 games and you didn't win even a single game, 4 draws and 1 loss. Did you think you were losing the grip on putting the pressure on the leading pack? Did you think at that time that it won't be possible for you to find yourself in a position where you can challenge for the league?
When we kept on playing those draws, honestly speaking, I was I was certainly sure that we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna finish the league probably number 3, number 4, 2, or even as the champions. Because, man, we analyze a whole lot of teams that we play against, and the reality is most of the team in our league, they are not consistent, most of them. So we knew that as long as we're managing to get 1 point while we're at our lowest, we are not dropping full 3 points. At least we are getting 1, and that 1 point is adding to something. So you play 4 draws, it's exactly 4 points. Unlike when you lose four games, you've actually dropped 12. So the 4 points that you get when you are at your lowest, you take it and then you try to build from that. You only focus on the positives, try to do the things that you did right for you to get the draw, emphasize more of that, build the confidence in the boys. And when you do that, the character is going to keep on growing and growing, and once you get 1 maximum point, it's back to winning ways. So I'm using 90% of the under 20s in my team, 90% of them. So I was actually expecting that at some point they're gonna start dropping points. We started the league on a high, and then in the mid-season, while the season was going, we started to drop, and it's what I had actually anticipated that is gonna happen at some point, because of we don't have enough experience in our team. Because most of my boys, they from under 17 team and under 19 team, then we group them into the SAP team. But then the reality is, not even once with my boys have we ever spoken about winning this league. The only thing that we always focused on was to get better and better and better on each day. So when the focus is on improving tactically, improving technically, physically, mentally, the results will start coming. And once the results start coming, they see it possible that it's actually possible for them to start challenging for the league. So it's what happened to us.
I've watched your team. I've had a chance to speak to you and get to understand how you want your boys to play. Possession-based team, attack-minded. They don't call you Pep Guardiola for nothing. So, looking at your stats, you scored 48 goals in 21 games. So you are averaging 2.2 goals per game, which is a good average. But you conceded 23 out of the 21 games, which means you are conceding just over a goal every game. Do you think your approach, your attack-minded approach, has left you exposed at the back to a point you are conceding on average a goal per game?
I'd say we do a lot of defensive organization more than we deal with attacking phases. But then the reality is we never had a consistent back four. We always use patches and patches and patches throughout the games. There's only one player that played almost 21 games in the heart of our defense, Reeds, a left footer. But other than him, all the players have been going out, coming in, playing out. So at some point we had to use our attacking midfielder as a centre back and 2 wingers as the full backs. So when you go on like that, you are more likely to concede goals. But then the vision was clear that, guys, if we concede 1, let's try to score 2, let's try to score 3 until everybody comes back. When everybody comes back, we need to be sure that we are at least on number 4, number 3, so that when we have the full squad, all our defenders back and attacking players, midfielders, all of them back, it can be possible for us to start challenging again.
Yes. Coach, in the games that I've watched, there's always surprises. I've seen you do a lot of variations in how you play. I've seen your fullback not inverted, but going all the way to occupy the central position when you're in possession, and when you lose the ball, they go back to fullback. That was interesting to see. I've seen players exchange positions during the game, and you change tactics. So you always surprise us. But what I've seen today, I've never seen something like this. You are going for a league decider,
yes,
which is actually a Gomorrah derby. So it's a very important game for you, for the team and just your community in Alex, but you are training in a basketball court. Please explain that.
I think, and you know, when you're ignorant, sometimes you think in your own way. Hence, I call all of us, the coaches who haven't played football in the professional level, as aliens, because we don't belong into the norm. The reason we came to this basketball court, it's because we wanted to deal more with our reaction in possession and off possession, and then we wanted to challenge our players so that they improve their reaction even further than they've been throughout the season. Then now you say when you go into a basketball, it's more of a concrete, and then the ball gets to move way faster than normal in a grass situation. So now we are aware that we will be playing against Black Poison that is going to apply high press on us, a Black Poison that is going to launch a whole lot of attacks, but at the same time we are under pressure because we have to get the 3 points for us to be the champions. So meaning we need to be the ones that will lash more attacks into them, but at the same time be able to react way quicker whenever we lose possession and whenever we track back to prevent the counter, to defend the counter attacks, and our build-ups, our position kept ball needs to improve in terms of speed. So we only came to this court because we wanted to address the issue of speed, but not address it as in theory, but practically. So, yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yes, man, football is about time and space lately. So if you get the spaces right, you get the time right, you are more likely to be victorious in your games.
Yeah. I think it's my first time seeing such, but yeah, we learn every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a decider. You need 3 points.
Yes.
They need a point.
Yeah.
It's a Gomorrah derby. We know it will be packed. Psychologically, have you prepared your boys for that?
I think the first advantage is that the young players that I have, most of them, they have big match temperaments. So whenever the stages are high, whenever the pressure is high, that's when they rise to the occasion mostly. If you can look at the draws that we played and the losses that we got in the league, if you check, we got them from the teams that are at the bottom. But whenever we play against the teams that are at the top, my boys always raise their hands. So that's one aspect that I know we're going there and none of my player is going to be faced by the stage. They wanna get in there as calm as they've ever been. They wanna go there to enjoy this derby game, a special derby game, and they wanna go out there to give the best performance that they have ever given to their supporters. Because at the end of the day, it's not only about us as a team, but it's about the people who have always been backing us even when things were tough. People who never gave up on us, and those are our fans. And secondly, they know, man, that it's about changing the mindset of a black child. That because of football, our football, it's actually a bit of microscopic of the society. If you are young, people think that there are certain things that you cannot be able to do. So now we're using a young team with a young technical team. So if we go and win this league, it's not only Malandela that has won, but it's actually changing the perspective of other people, that even young kids, even young boys, young girls, young people deserves an opportunity if the talent is right, if they're willing to work. So it's more than just a game to us. That's why we are going there. We are going there tomorrow, fully prepared, fully looking forward to the clash. Yes, Poison it's not a small team. It's not a team that you can underestimate. Hence, my boys understand that apart from the talent and everything we need to put in, the hard work tomorrow, it's what is gonna differentiate the two teams. a team that is working way harder than the other and applying the tactics and getting the technical aspects right, will walk away with the 3 points tomorrow.
Very profound. Coach, on a personal level,
Yes.
in your capacity as the assistant coach of Dondol, you found yourself a few weeks ago, you're in the same situation where Dondol needed to win against La Masia to win the league. Unfortunately, you lost that game. In your capacity as the head coach of Malandela, you find yourself having to win against Alex Black Poison to win the league. Psychologically, are you not afraid of history repeating itself?
I'm not afraid. In fact, I'm not afraid. I respect Black Poison, but I'm not afraid of them. And man, the experience that I got from Dondol Stars, I'd like to give the chairman of Dondol Stars a big applaud for giving me an opportunity to be in one of the biggest team in APC Motsepe Gauteng League. And the experience that I got throughout the season has actually helped me to grow as a coach and as a person as well. And what happened in our game against La Masia, I took all the positives and the negatives, and I tried to learn from all the experiences that I got in that game. And coming into this game, I think I'm more calmer than I was when I was about to play La Masia, because that was the first time being in that kind of situation. But now, because it's the second time, I know how do I need to handle myself, in which mode do I need to see my players in. So it was actually a blessing in disguise for me as a person and as a coach. And for that, I'd actually like to give all the Dondol management and the chairman of the team a big thanks for the opportunity that they've given me. I'm no longer the same as I was before I actually joined Dondol. And then these young boys here can actually rap and get a lot from me because of the experience that I'm getting, that I had to be given by the management and the chairman of Dondol Stars.
Last one, like I said before, you are very interesting with tactics. And without giving too much away to Coach Andrew, how are you approaching the game tomorrow tactically?
Man, we played the last 3 games. We played 4-1-2-3 in that other week, and then last week, before last, we played a 3-2. We played a 3-2-2-3 system, and then last week when we played Munich, we changed, and then we played 2-3-2-3, and then in all the games, my boys have responded so well. Hence, it has been a very hectic week for me and my technical team, trying to pick which of the system to actually go with. But then now, because we do a lot of profiling, we profile our players, we profile the oppositions. I'd say we are blessed to know. I can say we know 70-80% of the Black Poison players that are going to start the game tomorrow, and we are almost aware of which formation they want to use and which tactics they would want to use in the game. So we are going to respond according to their weaknesses and their strengths in relation with our individuals on whom do we have and what natural traits does he possess in him and what kind of a role do we want them to play. But then I think, having said that, I've said a lot, but one thing that I can say, expect from us, expect to see an exciting Malandela Mighty Heroes team, a team that is coming there to actually enjoy the game, show people that will be there that their time it's actually appreciated. We will make sure that they don't come there and waste their time. We're going to give them a top brand of football That's one thing that I can promise to everybody that will be there to see the game tomorrow.
That was supposed to be my last question, but I can't let you go without explaining this thing of playing two at the back. How does that work?
Playing two at the back?
Yes.
I think Malandela is one of the few teams in the world that has actually resorted to attack as a tool to defend. So we are aware that the more we attack, the less we'll defend. So with that, if we get our attacks right, the movements right, the connection between the players right, players running into the right spaces, players adhering to the right time, responding well to the demands of the game, then you're going to spend less time defending in your own half. Then when you spend less time defending in your own half, meaning you're going to spend most of the time defending higher up the field, then you need more numbers where we'd be defending a lot, and less numbers where the ball won't take most of the time taking action on. So hence we decided to create this approach that, guys, if in some games, let's go with two at the back, and then with three holding mids whom can actually be turned into attacking players, and then two natural number 10s and two wide wingers and a sole striker. And then now you have 8 players. You have 8 players in an advanced position. You are actually pinning the opposition way too deeper into their half. And then if you have, for instance, 7, 8 players of the opposition deep into their half, then it's fine because you're actually defending 2v2 at the back or even 2v1 at the back. Then it means you don't no longer need a left back, you no longer need a right back. You need everybody that will actually help you to press at the top. but I'm not saying that's the approach that you're going to use tomorrow.
So, always interesting to talking to you, my brother. All the best for tomorrow. May the best team win. Whichever team wins, I hope it will represent the people of Alex very well in the playoffs. So yeah, all the best tomorrow, my brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks so much, sir.